Hello and welcome to Between Two Cubes, the podcast where we're at work.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of at work. I think this is fine for right now. I don't know if you saw, but I put gel in my hair because there's like a special consistency your hair has to be with like moisture content to put hair gel in. Are you aware of this?
No, I'm
What
not.
do you just put it in dry?
I don't know if I've really paid attention to the moisture content of my hair when I've
Well,
used hair gel. I've only done it like a handful of times though.
okay. Well, if you're putting it in, what do you mean you don't use hair gel? Your hair is like coiffed. What do you mean?
I've only used hair gel like 10 times in my life, usually for like special events. So
What? How do you get your hair look like that then?
it's just naturally like that.
What do you mean it's naturally like that? That's such yes.
I don't know. That's what the hairdressers tell me too. Like, what? You don't use any product? I'm like, nah. All natural.
That doesn't make any sense. Because your hair looks clearly like you have something holding it up.
There's nothing. I mean, it'll fall down like easier than like hair that has hair gel in it.
I mean, I guess. I just
That's
don't
why a lot of
believe
times I'm like running my hands through my hair because it like falls down.
you. I mean, I get like my hair gets if I don't put any product in it, it gets really poofy, and then it just looks really stupid. Okay, you ready? Here's a bagel test. Let's see if you can hear this. Mmm.
Nice and crunchy. Toasted?
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mmm. Mm.
Dude, these
Yeah.
lapel mics are pretty cheap.
Yeah, they're not very expensive. So next time we
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
well, I guess we should address like, hey, do the listeners.
It's a
Sorry
scandal.
about that. What was that?
It's a scandal.
What do you mean scandal? Oh, the audio
the
quality of the left.
the previous episode.
We tried our hardest. We thought it was going to be like cool and fun, like kind of lighthearted. And we get in there, and it's just like the loudest. Like it was loud. It was very loud.
Yeah. The waitress sat us next to the only other people in the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
So so we got some back chat.
And like so much music. The music was blaring. Like I tried my hardest to isolate us. I think the microphone, the portable recorder I got, I think was too good. And so it picked us up. Like it picked us up pretty good. It's just that it also picked up the surround sound.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe we should have gone to that Italian restaurant instead.
Well, we could well, you think if we had lapel mics that would make it better
Mm-hmm.
instead of like a what's it basically like a room mic that you were using kind of.
Yeah, I think next time we do any field recordings, I guess it really depends on the setting. Like if we're like in a quiet space, we don't need lapel
Yeah.
mic. We can use this thing; it'll work pretty well. But if we go to like anywhere else, we'll have to. So I have one, which I guess sounds okay, maybe.
I mean, it seems. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's not bad. It's acceptable, I guess.
Okay, well we'll do that.
Can you have like? I haven't researched it all. Can you have like multiple lapel mics and then like all feed in?
So what we can do. Okay, so for like audio recordings, traditionally you want it to be a mono because if you're I looked all this stuff up because now I'm expert in microphones. You want it to be like a mono recording because if you do it in like stereo, you'll get like as you move around as you like move around naturally, you'll like sound weird. So we can do like a mono recording, and we can get like a headphone jack splitter made for two inputs, and so those feed into the same file. So if we talk at the same time, there's no going back from that. But if we like are deliberate, like you talk, I talk, it'll sound just fine.
There are uh, there are wireless ones. We use the wireless one, right? Like not one of those, not a wired lapel mic.
I don't
Make
know.
it a bit more like those kids on TikTok who go around fucking
They're
with
holding
their
a little
little
microphone.
yeah
Yeah,
their
and like
iPhone mic.
Hey,
It's so fucking ridiculous.
what do you think about drinking? Do you like drinking? Like the dumbest thing in the world.
It was like, have you had sex before?
Yeah,
Do you
right.
like sex?
That's crazy, man. Yeah. Oh man, I hate those videos.
It's
They're
the
like
most
so
brain
stupid.
dead fucking content.
I know.
Speaking of brain dead content, Snapchat, if you like swipe left or whatever, you go to like your friend feed, and then if you
Mhm.
swipe right, it's like kind of like a public uh,
Hmm.
feed of just like random. I guess you could call them creators. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
or compilations or something. I've clicked on a couple of the ones that are like supposed to be like comedic, and it's just the lowest form of comedy.
Hmm.
Like it's one example was a couple was like at dinner and the waitress came and took their order and the guy was like, "Oh, thank you so much for taking our order." And then the lady was like, "Oh, are you into this waitress? What's going on?" I'm like, "Who thinks this is funny?" Like this is like fucking like 70s familiar like marital comedy that has
Yeah.
been played out for the last half century.
I I've been like trying to get off social medias and whatnot. So the only one I have now is like YouTube, which I'm like, is that really social media? Kind of, I think it is, but nowadays now it's kind of like that. But I've gotten rid of like Snapchat and Facebook, and Instagram, and I had TikTok for a while, but that was in college, and I was like super. You know what I mean? Like I was like that first wave of Gen Z, like who just rot on their phone. So I nipped that in the bud as quick as I could, but it's still, now I'm on YouTube Shorts. It's like,
Yeah, yeah, me
yeah,
too.
right.
Like fuck TikTok, YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, right.
Even though like probably 90% of TikTok is just like crossover
Yeah, it's like
from
like I saw this funny thing.
TikTok.
I was like, no, 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 TikTok, no thanks. That's for kids. I'll watch my memes 2 weeks late on YouTube Shorts. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen like a meme that's been like cross posted to like three different social medias? It's like a screen cap of a Twitter post with a Reddit comment on top of it, and then like somebody's talking about it on TikTok or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah. And you see all the favorite like share buttons on the side. Like they're like
Yeah.
multiple sets of them because it's been like copied so
Yeah.
many times.
I saw this one YouTube video the other day where this guy made a app that like puts an overlay on your screen like it's a live stream of TikTok, I think, or something.
Okay.
And like it pretends there's like thousands of people
Mm,
watching.
I've
And
heard of
like
that.
he was doing it for like I think he was doing it to like get into a club, which is I think I think it could be used for hilarious like situations, like just like randomly going up to strangers and being like, "Hey, you're on a live stream. What's up with your feet?" or something. You know,
Yeah.
like,
No, I know. I've seen that before, and they use it to
or
like, just like manipulate people essentially because they think that they're like
yeah,
on some like famous. I'm like, dude, this guy's famous.
yeah.
I mean, it's pretty funny though. Like that's probably pretty clever to do that.
I mean, they do it for nefarious reasons, but I feel like you could do it for pretty hilarious reasons.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Sorry, this
That's
bagel was delicious. I'm not talking
what
about
type
it.
of bagel is it?
1 second. I gotta chew. My favorite bagel is the sesame seed bagel. When I was in college, I would. Excuse me. When I was in college, I'd go to Einstein's. We have one on campus. And I go there every single day. And I get a sesame seed bagel and a coffee. And it was like every day. Every day for like, I lived on campus. So every day for 2 years.
Oh wait, are you just like raw dogging the bagels, just like plain,
No,
no
this
cream
is, I
cheese?
would get butter. I would get butter, which, usually, should I have gotten cream cheese? Maybe. But, oh man, I love that butter.
No, no, I feel you on the butter. Don't like some people eat like bagels and toast just like by itself, like no butter, no.
That's wild.
That's what the breakfast commercials lead me to believe, but
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, no, that people, I think it's funny to say like people are raw dogging Bagels. I saw this funny video that was like that word like raw dogging is like slipping into the common vernacular to
Yeah.
mean something different than what it originally meant. You know what I mean?
I wa- yeah, I wonder. I wonder when it originated. If because I feel like it's relatively new. I feel like it's not like. I feel like it's a 21st century word
Yeah, totally. I mean, for sure. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about linguistical origins, but
of raw dog.
abroad, yeah. But when we were on the hiking trip, not the one in Colorado or whatever. We were like, oh, Brian's really raw dogging this trail without like hiking poles, which is like something we said, and it makes sense. It just means he's like going through it. You know,
Yeah,
not anyways. So
yeah.
even back then, it was slipping into the common vernacular.
Well, is it? I don't know. Do other people use it that way? I don't even
I
know.
mean, I use it in my meetings at work all the time. We gotta
Yeah.
get the raw dog prototype.
It's like then your like 50-year-old coworker. It's like, Sam, what does that mean? What does raw dogging mean?
to do some stuff. I try to I try to like use like slang at work or like some my managers like in their 30s or whatever, and these people are of course people are in their 40s or 50s too.
Risen them
And so,
up.
what's up?
Risen them up.
Yeah, I'm like yapping. I say that a lot. Like, oh man, we're really yapping it up right now. Or I'd be like, as the cool kids would say, we're yapping it up.
Wait, yap is a slang term?
You're not, dude. We're gonna lose so many.
Is that
We're
not
losing
just like
our audience members are they're gonna think we're so old.
I am older? But I thought, wait, but I mean, it's like yapping has been a word for ages,
I
right?
mean, yeah, but now it's like more popular. And who knows? Maybe I'm old. Maybe I'm old at the time. Maybe this is popular. No, I actually I know our listener demographics, and they're like our age. So actually, our listener demographics are around our age.
Well,
Mostly.
you got to hit that 18 to 30 white male. Like
Oh,
that's
that's
the
like
prime
I'm
demographic.
pretty sure it's like 98% male listeners. Well, we have, and then I think it's like 85% are from the U.S. So there's like an okay amount of people who aren't from the U.S. And there's like we have like one listener who's like 60 plus. So this episode,
Shout out.
yeah, this episode goes out to you, older white man from America, presumably.
I wonder how we would. I don't even. I think it would be impossible for us to cultivate a diverse demographic without
What do
just
you
being super cringe.
What do you mean? Like we're going to be stuck to white men? Like we can't get anything else other than that?
Well, I mean, not deliberately at least.
I mean,
Like,
we I mean we've had cultural guests.
yeah,
That sounded kind of wrong.
cultural.
I guess we haven't had any like women on the podcast. Maybe we can improve by doing that.
Well, yeah, you could put a extra episode, the canoe thing. Have a
Oh,
woman on that one.
that is actually a very ethnically diverse and a very
Yeah,
diverse podcast. In fact,
no. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
like that's
throwback
like
now.
yeah, that's okay. The canoe episode. Yeah, that's in the works, guys. So you just get ready for that. That's going to come out eventually.
Yeah,
And this bagel is like really good. I'm loving it.
just butter. Nice. Have There's some good bagels in town nowadays. They didn't used to be. Have you ever made bagels?
Sorry, I'm eating my bagel. Actually, Katie, my wife, she does. She used to do this. She would make these like cream cheese bagel balls, which are just like it's like a donut hole but a bagel, and there's cream cheese inside. So they're the same like texture as a bagel, essentially, and they were like really good.
Huh.
And it take her like the whole morning to make. But that's like she hasn't done that in a while. But man, that was a good breakfast. That stuff was awesome.
Man, I just love a good egg sandwich, you know.
Dude, I literally eat an egg sandwich every single day. Like before I so we got one thing we got from our family for Christmas was we got a new set of pots and pans. So they're like the ceramic coated pans or whatever. Because our whatever we had was just like whatever we got from our wedding was just like not cutting it. And it was kind of gross. And it's like I don't know if I could go back, I'd put so much more expensive stuff on my registry. Seriously, like I'm dead serious. Like that because we were like nervous to put it on there, we just didn't, and so then we just got like inferior products, which we are now replacing like 3 years later, essentially. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So it's like
it's rough.
I should have just done something like that. Anyways, but also like we're not like we're like very modest people. We're not like we're not expecting people to ball out for our wedding, of course, but if they wanted to. But there's these if parents know enough people, you invite your parents' friends. Ooh, man. Ooh, I'm just kidding. It's a nice gift.
What was I gonna say? I was thinking about egg sandwiches the other day, man.
Yeah.
That's like becoming the new avocado toast at this point.
Really?
Like egg prices, you know?
Oh,
It's like people used to say, all these millennials eating avocado toast. It's like all these Gen Zers eating egg sandwiches.
that, this is for real because that's like what I eat every day. I have like okay, so okay, we got those new pots and pans, and like just the way they heat up, the way they distribute heat, so much nicer. And now my egg sandwiches have like ascended to the next level. Like like beforehand, I probably had to be a lot more precise in the cooking to get this wonderful result. But now it's just like brain dead. I throw the eggs on there, and by the time everything's ready to go, they're like perfectly cooked. And so every morning, Monday through Friday, at the very least, I'm having an egg sandwich. And it's like it's funny because the days I do go into work, I like look forward to that drive, even though it's like kind of far nowadays. Like it's weird. I used to like hate
Because
going.
you have that sandwich on the way.
Yeah, I have the sandwich on the way, and I have like a protein shake, and then I have my coffee. So it's like egg sandwich, protein shake, coffee. I'm like 80% of the way to work by the time I'm done eating, and it's just a great experience.
Like back in the day, like I kind of I wouldn't say I refused, but I would just not eat like while driving. Like I would, you know, if I bought some food, I'd stop, I'd eat it, then continue on.
What?
But over the last like year or two, I've you know, gotten a sandwich and you know, kind of unfoiled it and tried eating it on the way. And dude, it's an experience, man.
Next
Like
level.
driving and eating a sandwich at the same time.
I've read
I
that
don't
it's
know.
more.
There's something about it.
I've read it's more dangerous than like texting and driving.
Oh shit. Okay.
Which
Nobody do that. Nobody do that. If
yeah,
anyone's
that was
listening.
I do that a lot. So I'm like, it's funny because I'll be driving to work and like, the eggs aren't made like sometimes they're like a little loose. They're not like firm. That's what
Hmm.
they're not runny, but they're like kind of close to being runny. Those days, eggs are kind of falling off as I'm eating the sandwich, and so I've had times when I've had like egg fall in my lap, and I'm like trying to pick it up, and I'm like about to like rear end a car in front of me,
Yeah.
or stuff like that.
Yeah, I could see how it could be dangerous from like I, I feel like probably not just the mere like taking bites is dangerous. It's probably like, oh, you spilled a little bit and then you like look down
Oh yeah,
or whatever, and then that's
yeah.
when shit
Because I
goes
get pretty mad if I like
sideways.
get like stains on my clothes. Like if I get like food stains, I hate that. And so like driving to work, I'm very vigilant about it. And so when that little egg does fall, I freak out.
Stains
Um,
are such a pain in the ass.
yeah, right. I and this is funny. I guess the next thing, like, okay, driving to work, I get that egg sandwich. It's awesome. When I drive home from work, I'll go to Trader Joe's like at least once a week on the way home because there's none over where I live. And man, that is the best. You
Yeah, I
know?
just went there this week.
Oh yeah, for the first
Yeah.
time.
No, I've been there.
Yeah,
I haven't been there in a long time, but it was my first time in a while, and I
hmm
just stocked up on frozen food, man.
dude, they have great frozen food. Like I love they have this like mandarin orange chicken like
Oh, I
fried.
got that.
Oh, that's so good. I love that. I will. It's like 1,500 calories, and I'll eat that entire thing.
Well,
the
well,
like
what I
the
heard is like that's kind of like the quintessential Trader Joe's frozen food, that orange chicken.
Hmm.
So had to try it out, even though I'm not really like particular on orange chicken. But
It's delicious. Like I'll go there. It was actually getting pretty bad because we were like grocery shopping. We would do our regular grocery shopping on the weekend, and then I would go to TJ's. That's what we call it, TJ's, on a Thursday. And then like I just buy all this crap, and I'm like, we didn't even need any of this. I'm like, what the hell? So we got smart about it. Then I was doing grocery shopping at TJ's on the way home because I enjoyed it. So now we're at like some medium, trying to cut back, save a little extra cash. So now it's like I'll go to TJ's, but I'll only get like one or two things. But it's still like the highlight of my week. Like coming home. So I don't know. It's just like it's so nice. Like sometimes I'll get a little. I was doing half days on Fridays for a bit, and I would go to TJ's on the way home on Friday, get a little iced coffee, a little can of coffee, drive home. Oh, that was utter bliss.
is what are you like actually picking up at TJ's?
I don't know.
Like, is it just random, or
Hmm.
is it like you
Right.
always gravitating towards that orange chicken or what?
No, we usually get the. I always get a box of cereal. I don't know why. It's just yummy. Full box cereal, and then I'll get like their snacks are pretty good, and they're like kind of healthy. They're not like horrible for you. So we get some snacks like pita chips. I always get some of their hummus. That stuff's real good. Um, for a while we were doing this like chimichurri fettuccine dish, and it's just chimichurri sauce and fettuccine noodles. But it was like so good, it's delicious. So we did
It's
that
not
for a
bad, dude.
while.
I love the shit out of chimichurri. I mean, isn't chimichurri is what olive oil, garlic, fucking parsley and cilantro? I think.
Yeah, it's just a whole like herb blend. It's like delicious. So we did that for a while. I'm trying to think what else we usually get. I'll get like eggs there, oat milk, butter, that kind of stuff. I think their basics are like a better than every other store I go to, but they're also expensive. I think it's pricier to go there, compared to like Aldi.
Yeah.
So
Well, I got frozen turkey burgers there,
yeah,
and they were cheaper than buying raw turkey. Like I was like,
really,
how's yeah, they were like 350 for a pound of turkey burgers.
isn't the
When
like
usually like turkey, like raw turkey a pound is probably, I don't know, like $6, $7,
that's crazy?
something like
Isn't it
that.
like then you have to pay that premium to get those pre patties? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with them. Let me take a look into this freezer right now. See if they're like
Let's
filled
see what
with
you
like,
got.
you know, right. Yeah, here are the aforementioned turkey burgers.
Oh, okay, cool.
Ingredients: turkey, kosher salt, and rosemary extract.
Like that's what I'm saying, man. Like what? It's so
That's like
simple.
nothing.
Yeah,
Rosemary extract. That's a nice little touch.
yeah. I'm not. They didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
I've been like trying to get eating like cleaner, like eating cleaner foods, like more whole foods or stuff like that. Like okay, I'll eat my protein bars, my protein shakes. That's probably like the most processed stuff I eat. And then I'll go get fast food every now and then, like Chick-fil-A, but that's not very often. But besides that, we try to like,
So
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so obviously protein powder is very processed,
Yeah,
but at the same time, like when you get something like to that like fundamental level, is it still count as processed? Like,
I don't know. It's like literally
like
just,
if you
well,
have like
it's
a vitamin D supplement or vitamin C or whatever, vitamin C supplement or whatever.
I guess it's funny
Like,
because you can have people who are like very like there's like granola moms who are like very set on natural foods, but then like they take all these supplements like vitamins, which are then like these are just like the pure chemical. Like your body needs it. That's how like your body needs these chemicals. So I don't think there's a problem with that kind of stuff. But I
yeah,
guess it's funny to think about how like health nuts who try to do that. You know you have to
yeah.
have really processed foods.
There's clearly there's a sweet spot of
Yeah.
processed
Well, I
that
guess for like
they're against.
For like protein powders, it's like that's like the it's not like the waste product from milk, but it kind of is. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when you're making like skim milk, you separate all the fats out, and there's like a lot of protein that goes in that to make the curd or whatever. And then that curd is just used, like they just use that to make protein powder. I mean, most of them are, unless you get like a plant based one. But still, it's like, I mean, it is processed, but I don't really care. Like what
Yeah.
it's a sacrifice you have to do to get
I
protein.
guess there's varying levels of what people would accept as processed. Like some people, like, oh, I'm not gonna eat fucking Cheetos. That's just like
Yeah.
reconstituted corn. But,
Yeah.
but like, saying people will eat cheese, which isn't like, there's
Yeah.
a process that goes into cheese.
Like some cheeses are very processed, and other ones are like other ones are kind of gross. You know what I mean? Like a little unprocessed.
Yeah, but like, I mean, really, you got to make cheese. You can't. It
Yeah.
doesn't just happen.
Yeah. Right. No, that's a good point. Anyways, yeah. So I don't know. I think Trader Joe's does a good job of getting like those kind of like natural foods, like less additives and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
excited for these turkey burgers, bro.
yeah.
These will be healthy, I
Yeah,
think.
tell me how they are, because maybe we'll go get some. We can have turkey burgers one night.
Also got some salmon burgers. Those are like surprising.
Salmon burgers? That sounds a little wild.
Oh, you never had a salmon burger, man?
I have. It's just like you know the fish. Fish don't belong in burgers.
What was it? I think Austin was talking to me the other day that he knew somebody who had a shrimp burger in in New Orleans, and he wanted to try it
Okay.
out. I was like, I've never heard of that
I think
particular
I
seafood
mean
in
it's kind of
a
like crab
burger.
cakes at that point. You know what I mean? Like you can get like
Yeah,
fried crab cakes, and it's like burger shaped. You know?
yeah,
I think it's a
yeah.
similar idea. I don't think it's anything too. I'm just saying. I'd rather have a regular burger than a fish burger.
Well, yeah, me too. But I'm not eating. I'm eating for health reasons. Just trying
Yeah,
to
I get you. I get you.
have something a little bit leaner and
Yeah,
omega
yeah.
threes and all that jazz.
Like my wife and I always talk, and we're like, okay, like, yeah, we'll do turkey sausage because it's like better for you. There's like less fat, it's more lean. But man, there's just something about that pork sausage with that fat in there that just like, that's good.
Yeah.
You're always talking
I
about food.
I want to get to a point where I'm eating like really bland food that's really healthy for me, and then just like have a couple days where I just eat whatever the fuck I want.
I guess
You
that's
know,
true. Like I have a pretty set, like breakfast and lunch for me are like set in stone. It's like the same thing every day. Like egg sandwich, protein shake, protein bars. That's really it. And like dinner is like the big, ooh, something fun for dinner. So it's like whatever I lack in variety in the first half of the day, I get that second half at dinner. And then the weekend's kind of like a crapshoot where it's like, nah,
yeah,
I'll go out for breakfast. We'll go out for dinner. Yeah.
yeah. I I've just been trying to cut back on like on beer. Try to have more
Wow.
greens, more fruit,
Do
just
you get,
general.
do you
But
get,
I've been
do
trying to do this for years, so
you get a stern talking to from your doctor or something?
no, no,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
doing great. I'm doing great, but I could always be healthier.
Yeah.
So
I definitely,
also like
I'm like the healthiest I've ever been, in my opinion, right now, except for my knee.
like
No, sorry, not to brag.
like also, if I want to like do harder and harder hikes and stuff, I just want to, you
Yeah,
know, be in top physical form.
yeah, that makes
So,
sense. No, yeah, this is funny. So my wife and I were looking at photos of ourselves because we were like trying to get fitter this year, and we're both doing a really good job so far. Like okay, so we were gonna wake up early, which is like it was going pretty good for a bit, and then not. Yeah, I mean, like we need like a hard reset, but we'll get there. But just
that
like
part of your fitness goals, waking up early, or
yeah, waking up early because to work out in the morning because I hate working out in the afternoon. Like for example, I really had to delay this call because I was at the gym because I didn't wake up in the morning to go work out. So Anyways, but I saw pictures of myself like after the wedding, like 6, 7 months post wedding, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have never been like fatter. Like it really, it like, and the funny thing is, we see this in like people we know on like social media. They like get married, and it's like, whoa, you guys kind of gained some weight. And it's like, not like, no, it's bad. You can do that. Like it's fine. It's just like I realized I see these pictures at this beach, and I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, was so blind to that. And so we've been like, doing better coming back from that and whatnot. Because we were like eating out all the time.
Yeah.
We weren't like smart with like our budget in terms of food, and so we really like cracked down on that. Ergo, the TJ's cutting that back a bit, stuff like that. You're getting less snacks and just having bigger meals and whatnot. So, anyways, but it was just like wild. So this is like I don't want to say it's like the lightest I've ever been, but it's definitely like the strongest. Like definitely do more gym stuff, more workouts. But did I tell you I hurt my knee? Did you hear about that?
No, I thought it might have some. When you said knee, my mind auto completed to shin splints, but I guess
No,
it's
yeah, that
different.
was yeah. I used to have shin splints pretty bad because I run a lot, but now I like hurt my knee, and now it's like I haven't run in over a month now, which is like if you know me, like that makes that's pretty sad. And I feel like I've gotten a little depressed because of it. Like I just being out, like plus it's too cold to run outside, so it's like
Been able to do any other cardio?
oh yeah, I've been rowing, and I'm getting huge, man. I'm bursting out of my shirts. My bag is so big. I'm just kidding.
You're gonna Are you gonna be able to fill in for the that actor in The Social Network as the Harvard rower or whatever? The dude that Mark Zuckerberg screwed over.
Yeah, yeah. No, dude, seriously, I've been enjoying it. Rowing's been fun, but it's been like kind of so like way more boring. So I was doing like 8 mile runs like twice a week, and on the treadmill, and because I wanted to mimic, because I trail run, so I wanted to mimic the trail I was running on. So I did like a certain incline to match the elevation gain from the trail and all this other stuff. And my speed kept getting faster and faster, like a lot faster than what I run the trail. And I think I just like pushed myself too hard, hurt my knee. So it's like runner's knee. We just like exert too much, just too much too fast. So now I haven't run in over a month, and I'm not going to try to run until the spring, like till March rolls around. So I've been like really dedicated to doing like knee strengthening exercises and stuff. Like keep doing weights, and it's gotten better, but it's still like a little tinge of pain here or there. Yeah,
Damn, that sucks, man.
I know. And then like I tell people at work, and they're like, "Oh, you're just getting old." And I'm like, "Shut the hell up!" No, I'm not. Like
And
you're old.
fucking my friends would say like, "Oh yeah, man, we're old. Like, yeah, we can't do stuff like we used to." I'm like, "Speak for yourself, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I'm still doing great.
yeah, you're just fine. Like you're killing it.
Like,
Like
I'm
my goal is to like to. So there's you can read about it, but it's like the kind of weight you should aim for is the weight you're around when you're like 25, like around that age. Like, if you're a healthy weight at that age, it's kind of like what you should aim for like kind of the rest of your life. Because you're not gonna get taller. You know what I mean? Like you might get more
yeah,
muscular, or you know what I mean. Like that's just a good base point for it. So that's my goal until I die is to stay around this weight. You know what I mean? And I think I can do that. Maybe I'll probably get of course you'll get heavier later, but you know what I mean. Like it's kind of my goal. So I'm on
I'm
track for
trying
that.
to be as healthy as I can for as long as I can, just
Yeah,
so I can keep keep doing stuff.
yeah.
So,
I'll go on like Ozempic or stuff like that.
oh man, dude, those have you seen those commercials on TV?
Yeah, I'm like, well,
They're kind of dystopian, aren't they?
they kind of
Like,
really are. I think there was one for the Super Bowl. I can't remember, but it was just kind of like,
yeah.
oh, because they market it as like a safe, effective way to keep off weight, and I'm like, I've read studies about it. Like I've read about it. Like if you stop taking it, you just kind of gain the weight back. Like it's
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah,
Then
there's
you
like
can't
somewhere.
eventually like wean yourself off or something?
No, I don't know. I don't know enough. All I know is that the first whatever was popular to use the last couple of years has been like, oh, if you stop taking it, you gain some of the weight back. So there's like this. I don't know. Anyways, but there's like legitimate reasons for people to do it, like because I'm like seriously like obesity. I'll harp this all the time. Like it's bad for you. You know, it's really bad for your health. Like that's a leading cause of cancer is to be
Well,
obese.
controversial take, right?
Yeah, I don't care. I'll be controversial. I'll say it. people know this about me, and I say all the time, like you need to be healthy. And it's like obesity is more, it's unfortunate, but it can be it's like a psychological disease at some points, where like they're incapable and they need like mental physical help to overcome it. And if you don't want to do like a gastric bypass or really invasive surgery to cut it out, I think the Ozempic is a great choice for you. But what am I, a doctor? I sound like I'm a, but if like you're just like kind of overweight and you're not really like you're like maybe you have some health problems because of your weight, but it's not like severe. I don't think you should be on that kind of stuff. I think that's I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I'm a total proponent of us developing, you know, everything we can, and then
Yeah,
figuring out the figuring out the appropriateness and context later.
yeah,
So,
for sure. No, I agree. It's just interesting. I think it's fun.
yeah, I don't know. I just, dude, I was reading about doing Mount Rainier,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I'm going to do it this year because,
Oh, really?
yeah, because, well, first of all, it does cost a pretty penny.
I bet.
It was like 2,400 to go with a guide, which is not cheap. But I was like, okay, I'll do it the one time and I'll get some training on how to do mountaineering, whatever.
Yeah.
But you also need a shit ton of gear for it, which I don't
Yeah.
have. Like ice axes,
Hmm.
helmet, rock climbing gear. Like I don't, you know, I've got like stuff for hiking,
Yeah.
but I don't have like all this additional stuff. So, and either you could buy it or you could rent it. Um, but that would be a bunch more money. And then not only that, like a lot of the spots fill up like
Hmm.
pretty early. And after all that, like, there's a good chance you won't even make it up to the top because of like weather and shit,
Yeah. I mean, that's a good point.
which is
I think
always a
that.
thing. But it's like, I read some stories online, people doing it like three times and not getting to the top. I'm like, dude, I can't spend like 10K trying to hike a fucking mountain.
Ooh,
Like,
that's
that's way too
crazy.
much.
Yeah, I feel it. I think it's definitely like that stuff's like so cool to do. But if you like don't have that skill set and you need like that guide with you, or I mean, I'm not saying you're unskilled, but you know what I mean. Like it's a different
Yeah.
thing than hiking. But yeah, that's like scary to.
Yeah.
I
I
don't know.
mean,
That stuff's just wild.
theoretically, this would be like the only mountain I'd pay a bunch of money to do.
Yeah,
Like, because hopefully I'd, you know, get a little bit of the mountaineering and then I could
you
do
could
it my,
do because
like figure it out from there. But
I've heard it's kind of is it a technical climb? I've heard it's kind of more challenging.
from what well, it is. I mean, it does have like mountaineering aspects, but it's also like one of the easier
Oh,
ones
okay,
where you
never mind.
actually have to do that stuff. But like something like Denali, like that's
What?
like
Are you kidding me?
that costs like 10 grand to do,
That's like the
and it's
middle of
like
nowhere.
3 weeks,
Yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, there's a good chance I'll never do that
yeah. I don't know. I
because
don't have a desire to do stuff like that, but like if you're really into the high points, I think you've been doing that, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Like if you're, I get it. That'd be cool. But that one sounds tough. Like all I know is that that's a hard national park to get to.
yeah. I mean, I do want to eventually like get to see Alaska, so maybe I'll just do that and call it a day.
You're not satisfied with the national park near us. I'm just playing.
But
Anyways,
yeah, like the Rainier one, that one probably would be like I might push that out
yeah.
until next year, and then might just try to do Mount Whitney this year because that
Okay.
one's also pretty hard, but it's just a hike. It's not.
Oh, so it's not rug. Okay, I get you. I think that sounds good.
Yeah,
I think it's a good plan to do. I think like especially because then once you have that experience, it's kind of like okay, anything that's like essentially less difficult than the one you trained on, you can do. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't know.
I mean, I think I don't know how many of the other high points require mountaineering, but it's not that many.
Yeah, I
It's like I
can't
don't know,
imagine.
like I think Mount Hood also, and then maybe one or two more. So
Okay, that sounds good. I'm
you
trying to
know,
think. Yeah,
DC, that was a hard one. Washington DC.
That was the high point. Oh, the high point of DC. I didn't even think they counted that. That I mean, it makes sense.
Sorry, I'm going to hijack this podcast. It's going to be a high pointer podcast now.
I don't remember. We talk about mountaineering, crap like that.
All right, tier list as
Oh,
to
we should do a tier list. Oh my gosh, that's so
high
smart.
points.
Yeah, we should do a tier list episode. Oh yeah, we have. I think we have
What
some.
would
Yeah,
what would we be putting in the
it'd be like
tiers?
office stuff. It'd be like work related tier list. Yeah, I mean,
It's
like you
like
get
Greg from accounting.
yeah, rank our coworkers. I think we do something like that.
You
I
know,
think it's
he's
really
not
good.
very fun to talk to, but he did give me donuts one time.
Yeah,
B tier.
here, uh, dude, that's awesome. Okay, I think we'll do a tier list episode. I know we have a few more in the works. We'll probably do another restaurant episode, but this time it will actually be good. We promise.
Yeah.
And then I think we mentioned the trivia night, which I think we could definitely do
Oh
that
yeah.
one. Well, I think we'll need the lapel mics for that for sure.
Yeah, that would help though. It's not too bad in there. I think it was quieter than the Mexican place.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be funny if we like can get the mic up to the trivia guy, and listeners can play along. Oh, we'll just it'd probably be like an hour, probably like a 2 hour long episode. But we just say what.
We would probably have to cut out like all the listening to the trivia guy,
Yeah.
you know, going up to get drinks, all that shit. So
Now we'll figure it out. We'll make it work. Um. Okay, I think that sounds good. I think that's about it for this episode. What time is it?
all right.
Yeah, 1:20.
Talk to you later, cube heads.
Yeah. All right. This is Sam signing out. Take it easy, Q. I don't know. Okay, well, we'll keep doing these regularly scheduled episodes, and we'll do some fun ones in there. It'll be good. It'll be a good time. Okay, we'll take it easy, boy. On I'll see you later. Oh, take it easy, Evan, or whatever. All right, bye, man.
All right, see you, man.
All right, see you.